this Ferrari was owned by a famous racing driver, and he had a lot of goodies added to this car. So let's have a closer look. You have a small strip here which has LEDs which light up to signal when to change gears. There's two dials here in the instrument panel. One of them is red. The LCD screen, of course, is there to show you navigation and all that information. Other than that, overall the interior looks pretty much the same, but there's a lot of carbon fiber in this car, especially in this. Here you have a switch for the drive modes, engine start stop button. There's a lot of carbon fiber on the dash as well. Here you have an old school multimedia system, which I think the cover is a little loose. Anyway, here you have some knobs. Those are of course for the climate control buttons, and it's a fairly nice interior actually. There's more carbon fiber here. I think this is an ashtray. I'm not going to pull too hard. Anyway, coming down here you have the launch control button and other buttons here. You have the F1 logo here. That's because of the gearbox. So this one has the F1 super fast gearbox, which allows gear changes in 100 milliseconds. So that's awesome. You have more buttons here, handbrake stick here, and there's a handle for the passenger. Sport seats with really nice red stitching. The seats are fine, fairly comfortable. There's a little bit of storage space at the back and a small pocket for small items. And that's pretty much it. That's how much of practicality there is in supercar, and I don't want more. You have more carbon fiber on the inside of the door. Even the handle to open the door is made of carbon fiber. As you can see here, it's really nice. And then you have these two switches for the windows, and that's pretty much it. Now I want to show you another interesting detail. You have more carbon fiber around small buttons and knobs. But if you really want to identify this car was owned by Felipe Massa, the Brazilian racing driver, and he signed his name here on the door sill. A very strange place to sign your name because this is going to get stepped on. Anyway, you have carbon fiber on the back of the seats as well. Wow, that's pretty interesting. 599 isn't my favorite car, but as you can see, it has a lot of carbon fiber goodies because it was commissioned by Felipe Massa. So I kind of like this particular model. Now coming to the looks of the car, it's far from being pretty or even beautiful. It's just a little too much. The headlights are just a simple xenon light with some indicator lights. There's nothing elegant or beautiful about it. Check out the F12. That's much better looking. Now this particular car's air intakes are a little different. They're based on the same design as the 599 GTO. They're a little larger to allow more air to pass through it, and as you can see the radiator behind them. So yeah, this car is kind of a mixture of the 599 and the 599 GTO. The wheels on this are really beautifully silver color wheels. They look really nice. They go very well with the car. The car is spotless, and if you are a Ferrari enthusiast, I think you should go for it. You have carbon fiber on the door mirrors as well, and one of the key highlights of the aerodynamics of the 599 is this additional wing, which kind of you don't really notice it until you look at it from the right angle. So it's designed to channel air and create downforce for the car. So you have a really flat rear end here, and this is the ugliest part of the car, the rear end. It is so clunky, so chunky, and just what were they thinking? Why didn't they just make it a little sleeker, a little nicer? Anyway, it has 4 exhaust pipes, really large diffuser. Taillights are very, very large, and that's pretty much it. This is one of the ugliest Ferraris ever made. I'm talking about the modern ones. Like a few years ago, they made this, the 575 Super American. Let's just look at how simple and elegant this car's rear end is compared to that one. So this has a very unique electroluminescent roof. I've been inside it. You can check out that video as well. What I'll do is I'll leave the link for all the Ferrari videos in the video description with names as well. And do check out the videos of the La Ferrari Aperta, Ferrari FXXK, racing cars, supercars, the F8 Tributo, 812 Superfast. I'm sure you're going to love them. Now I'm here at Tomini Classics, and of course they have a few classics like this 330 2+2, and you have this Testarossa here. They have other cars as well, like an Aston Martin Vanquish, and the vintage Mercedes made of wood.